but only one side has produced receipts, right? And so when two sides accuse each other of the same thing, but only one side has evidence for that thing, people are probably more inclined to believe the people that release the evidence, the receipts, the proof of their claims. I feel like, yes, it is predictable because Poppy is predictable because she's an abuser. And now that I know how her abuse operates, I feel like I could, yes, predictably figure out the outcome of any of these stories because we've seen who Poppy is. She didn't want to do it. Xena came in from the top rope after Noe's already beaten down, broken, bleeding, crying. They're on the floor. Friend of the stream, goddammit Malcolm. And I didn't want to spoil too much of it for myself, so I did not watch all of it. But we'll go over someone named Liana Kersner, I think. I'm not sure. Someone that is a big Poppy and Xena stan all of a sudden. Never heard of them before. All right.
Hey everybody, it's Liana. This is a special
Okay, it's 38 minutes long. Why did I choose this video? My life. Okay, 1.5 speed. I thought that when I only listened to like 3 or 4 minutes of not Xena's coverage, of Malcolm's coverage of this before I wasn't able to listen anymore. So I didn't get to see this person. And I also thought that Malcolm said this video was like 15 minutes long. It's not. It's 38 minutes long. I wanted to watch the No Flake. It's not Noe. We've been saying it wrong the entire time. The No Flake interview with this guy with a bag over his head. But that might have to wait till tomorrow where I'll have a full stream. But I had a couple of, I had about an hour and a half to kill. So here we are streaming. Let's go ahead and watch. You know what's wrong with me? I can't help but comment on people's appearance, and I'm not going to do it this time. Even though I could, I won't.
Connected to anything video that I'm doing just because my lawful good tendencies have gotten away from me. Also, Inner Kratos just getting so pissed off that I have been dragged into her.
Wait, maybe I do need to slow it down because I didn't understand a goddamn word she just said.
Lawful good tendencies have gotten away from me.
First off, nobody whose room looks like this is lawful good. I'm just going to put that out there right now. There's a lot of different alignments that you could put them into, but this ain't lawful good. It's at best chaotic. Okay? She has Karen physiognomy. Oh yeah, are we gonna do a physiognomy check right now?
Also, Inner Kratos just getting so pissed off.
Okay, maybe it's not the.
From me, also Inner Kratos just getting so pissed off.
What does that mean? Oh, she's a nerd. Oh, God. I just had a wave of nausea. Oh, I've never played God of War, so I didn't get it.
That I have been dragged into harassment, and you guys know me. I can't just let it go.
Oh, should we just like keep a running counter of how many like soy Reddit not allegories, what like references she makes? Here, we can actually do that. It's actually super easy. Watch this. Text soy reference count 1. That is way too big. Slow down there. Whoa, why'd you go upside down? I didn't even know that was an option. Soy reference count number 1. That is very hard to see. Can I change Select color, black. Okay. That does not make it much easier to read, does it? Oh, wait, background color. Okay. Hold on. Wait, why am I... You know what? Why the f*** am I doing this? This is so much work for so little payoff. There's literally no reason for me to do it. But here I am, continuing to do it, even though I know it's unnecessary and not even that funny. There we go. Soy reference count.
I can't take the easy way out. I have to do what I think is right. So regular viewers who don't care about this, fine, I completely...
You know that she's a real gamer? Not because of all of the models and stuffed animals and shit, you know, that she has in the back. I mean, look, I have my video games in the back, okay? I have Chrono Trigger playing right there. I'm not above what she's putting out there. I'm not above that. I'm shameless with the vintage video games, okay? But the way that you know that she's a gamer, she got those yellow tint glasses, got to make sure you don't get the eye strain because you're sitting so close to the screen that you're burning the retinas out of your eyes. That's how you know that she's a real gamer, okay?
Understand the video's not monetized. I'm doing it. You know, I Cthulhu and Slimer are Zelda's back there. I may not get through it all today. I have very little time, so there may be a part 2.
Wait, what? I completely understand the video's not monetized.
You know, I Cthulhu and Slimer are Zelda's back there. I may not get through it all today.
Am I missing something? Wait, hold on. Show transcript. Okay. You guys know me. I can't just let it go. I can't take the easy way out. I have to do what I think is right. So regular viewers who don't care about this fine. I completely understand. The video is not monetized. I'm doing it. You know, I Cthulhu and Slimer and Zelda's back there. I might not get through it today. Okay, I should just let her speak, and maybe it'll make sense. Otherwise, we're updating our soy reference to 4.
Care about this, fine, I completely understand. The video's not monetized. I'm doing it. You know, I Cthulhu and Slimer are Zelda's back there. I may not get through it all today. I have very little time, so there may be a part 2 to this. New viewers, hi. If you're coming from Poppy and Xena's channels, or you're coming from Pop...
So she's just not going to address why she brought up Slimer and Cthulhu and Zelda? She must write speeches for Trump and Biden? Yeah, that's where all the... That's where it's all coming from. What if I just, like, stopped in the middle of every single video at the beginning of every video and I just started referencing all the shit that I have behind me? Just as a non sequitur. And then just kept on talking. Yeah, you know, we got a picture of my boy Kurt, my cat Kurt right here. We got a TV playing Chrono Trigger. Anyways, so those hemorrhoids that I have, like, what the f is this going on? What the f is going on right here?
And Xena's haters to
Also, anyone that has a Baby Yoda in their house, automatically subhuman to me. I will say that. I have never liked Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda has never given me the good feelings inside. In fact, it's uncanny. And the more popular it got, the more the hatred rises in my gullet, through my throat, out of my mouth, either verbally or projectile vomitally. What about a life-size ET? You know, I saw that. But I didn't. It was like my brain put a void right there to ignore it.
Credit me.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need to update the soy Reddit reference count to 4 because we have 3 references to Cthulhu, Slimer, and somewhere back here is Zelda.
The comment section here doesn't take kindly.
What if she just like went through like, Oh yeah, by the way, I got my boys, Slimer, Cthulhu, Zelda's back there somewhere. ET's right there. I got the 1-up mushroom. I got the growing mushroom. They're chilling with us for this video. Snorlax is chilling. Baby Yoda's he's listening intently. You guys are gonna listen intently too. I also got Superman and Catwoman back there, just like listed off every single character that she has on her shelf.
And part of the reason I am so irritated is that Poppy and Xena's haters have been repeating the shit that my stalker chan has been put at me. Anybody that takes a look at that for 5 seconds knows it's horse shit. It doesn't even make any sense. The Tumblr shit or whatever the she's got.
I hate the background too, but I'm sorry. Is this just like going to be a 38-minute video of disconnected thoughts? Okay. Slimer and Zelda's back there. I may not get through it all today. I have very little time, so there may be a part 2 to this. Hi, new viewers. If you're coming from Poppy and Xena's channels, or you're coming from Poppy and Xena's haters to discredit me, the comment section here doesn't take kindly to... Wait, what was it that she said?
The comment section here doesn't take kindly to... reason I am so irritated.
Okay, let's just listen instead of reading. Is
that Poppy and Xena's haters have been repeating the shit that my stalker chan has been put at me. Anybody that takes a look at that for 5 seconds knows it's horse shit. It doesn't even make any sense. The Tumblr shit or whatever the she's got is saying I somehow psychically made other people suggest she unalive this weekend. Okay, I'm actually going to just move on to the Noe. I'm sorry, I keep on saying Noe. It's Snowflake. The Snowflake interview. If this is just going to be 38 minutes of like schizophrenic ramblings of disconnected thoughts and disconnected statements, put the whole transcript into ChatGPT and tell it to summarize it. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Yeah, it's just random rambling, and we're only 2 minutes in. I should give it a chance. We'll get to 10 minutes, and if it's just disconnected thoughts, then we're moving on because I can't devote that much time to this. Does anybody have the lore on the Stalker-chan thing? I got 2 emails from burner proton mails with I put them up on Twitter. It's just TLDR. Anybody who is just trying to help and trying to get the word out and trying to prevent dangerous people from communities doesn't keep going when they've riled up multiple stalkers and drawn the attention of Kiwi Farms on someone. That is just a vendetta. There is no way around that, and I want everybody to cut it the out. People have the right to speak. People have the right to tell her, guys. Their version of... We've been put on notice. Cut it the out right now. We did it. We found someone alive who went to Poppy for therapy. Oh, fuck. Of what happened. That's not harassment. When you start piling up on people and... Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back. I feel like I actually am having a stroke. And I want to be like clear. I don't want to be like ultra mean, because it would be super interesting to talk to someone that is defending Xena and Poppy. I don't know if anyone would ever go for it, given my history with Xena and Poppy and 3 hit pieces put out against me by them. So I'm obviously coming at this, from a place of, I have a bias. I'm not going to lie. I do have a bias. But like, it would be so interesting to talk to someone that actually defends them. But if it's just like disconnected shit, if it's just disconnected non sequitur statement after non sequitur statement, I don't know if I could listen to the video, let alone talk to someone about it, The consequences will never be the same. I put them up on Twitter. It's just TLDR. anybody who is just trying to help and trying to get the word out and trying to prevent dangerous people from communities doesn't keep going when they've riled up multiple stalkers and drawn the attention of Kiwi Farms on someone. That is just a vendetta. There is no way around that, and I want everybody to cut it the out. People have the right to speak. People have the right to tell their version of what happened. That's not harassment. When you start piling up on people and potentially getting dangerous people riled up, that is not fun. Now, I am
yeah, put on the
myself.
chapstick.
Don't worry.
Calm
I've been
yourself
dealing
down.
with this for 10 years. But anybody that would believe the word of Stalker Chan without even doing a basic verification to see if they actually were talking to a trans woman and not a cis woman with a vendetta, pretending to be a trans woman to get exactly this result, if they can't...
Bro, I need someone to give me the lore on this Stalker Chan person, bro. I want to know this lore. Also, are we talking about Stalker Chan still, or are we talking about Xena and Poppy's situation? I don't know which we're talking about right now.
Can't do that basic due diligence, then the Poppy Amory document that I'm going to break down here is 257 pages of horseshit. Now, as ridiculous as it is, I admit, when it first came out, I said, come on, no one is going to buy this. This is just, but people started believing it. I couldn't believe the number of people who were coming at Poppy and Xena. Now, how do I know Poppy and Xena?
Really? Given, did she read it? Stalker Chan and Chris Chan need to unite against Poppy and Xena. Bro, there is no way to make Poppy and Xena look better than having Chris Chan on the other side of the issue. Chris Chan with their first good take of all time coming out against Poppy and Xena. It wouldn't matter. It would be tainted. It would be too tainted.
Okay. I don't even...
Oh yeah, also, you can't talk about something that somebody's done because other bad people might do bad things. Yeah, like the idea that just because Kiwi Farms has picked up this story, therefore nobody can talk about it is stupid. Like that would be like the easiest get out of jail free card. Would it not? You just become so toxic, so disgusting, so memeable that you get onto Kiwi Farms and now you have the get out of jail free card to ever be criticized by people on the left? Bro, maybe that's our next tactic. Next time the leftists come after us, all right? We just start doing some crazy shit, okay?
Remember how I originally met Poppy, but Poppy was cool enough to be one of the few trans people to not cancel me during the Hogwarts Legacy thing. And to me, if someone has my back, I'm going to have theirs. Now, does that mean I'm going to cover up bad behavior and say something I don't believe? No, you guys know me better than that, right? You know I would not stand by something I don't believe in. I don't care. That would be Janet Jackson.
Why does she keep wiping her eyes? Is she crying?
Right. Most of you recognize Poppy and Xena from the It's Not Therapy podcast I did that was about how mental illness complicates consent. We talked about her borderline personality disorder. And the accusations against Poppy and Xena rely heavily on an ableist erasure of what BPD means. I won't be able to pound that in enough. I'm trying to keep this as...
I cannot believe how these people are rewriting what like healthy engagement with mental illness conversations, or like, what's the best way to word this? Like, there's like a healthy way to talk about mental illnesses or mental disorders, and there's an unhealthy way. The healthy way is we have these disorders, or there is this thing that's going on in my brain, and while it makes things more difficult for me, it does not give me an excuse to do X, Y, and Z, right? Now, it might make it more understandable when I do up, but it's still my responsibility when I up, right? I don't lose all agency when I up, right? and I have to accept that responsibility. I have ADHD. I have really bad ADHD. I forget to do shit all the time. But that's on me. If my girlfriend needs me to do something and I forget to do it and it f***s her over, I don't get to say, listen, I have ADHD. You don't get to attack me over this, right? Wait, I told you that I needed my work shirt thrown in the dryer so that I could go to work. Now I have a wet work shirt and I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to be in uniform for work. Well, ADHD. Sorry. Should have thought about asking me to take care of responsibilities before asking me to do something. Like,
as brief as possible, it's 6,249
as brief as possible, 38 minutes.
9 words of notes about a document that's 257 pages long. Now, the author of the document, somebody who goes...
what is 6,000 words?
As possible. Enough. I'm trying to keep this as brief as possible. It's 6,249 words of notes about a document that's 257 pages long. Now, the author of the document, somebody who...
There's no way you're operating off of a script right now. There's no way that she's operating off of a script right now. 6,257 words. And you've gone off on how many non sequitur tangents? Like,
goes by Melina online. Melina. Yeah, if you're gonna go full mask off on somebody, don't use the online name of the evil mask-wearing clone from Mortal Kombat 2 going forward. I'm wearing my Alistair online name of the evil mask-wearing clone from Mortal Kombat 2 going forward. I'm wearing my Alistair Radio Demon shirt for a reason. There's gonna be a lot.
Actually, the soy reference count was a good idea.
In this, because this is all bull. Melina's done this before.
Oh, Joker!
Previously, I've had one direct run-in with
add
Melina.
Another one.
It wasn't pleasant. She pushed this previous 200-word monstrosity document on me. And the thing that people don't realize about me is I read this shit. I'm like Stolas in Hell of a Boss, right? I'm like reading the contract. I
don't even understand that reference. You're who?
The thing that people don't realize about me is I read this shit. I'm like Stolas in Hell of a Boss, right? I'm like...
Okay, 7.
Reading the contract. I read that first one and just said to her, there is nothing here. What is your claim? What is...
It's a furry show? Man, sorry, YouTube chat. Unfortunately, I can't get Kick Chat on the screen, but I want to get Kick Chat on the screen so that you guys can see that I'm reading other things. I'm not coming up with this. I don't know that it's a furry show. Nair knows that it's a furry show.
Is your accusation. Well, there's another one coming. She took down the last one, and here's the other one. So I read this third one 3 times because had Poppy and Xena on It's Not Therapy. It was about complication of consent, but I still got a bunch of nasty comments that weren't from regular people going, you should have done your research. I have now done over 500 pages of research. I first saw this situation decaying before the shit hit the fan. I started watching this thing because I saw on Twitter stuff about consent.
Bro, also, like, Poppy and Xena, Poppy at least has been melting down on Twitter. I don't even go on Twitter that much anymore because, you know, my main account got banned because I told someone, you know, how to be a responsible gun owner. Okay. So I'm not allowed to be on Twitter anymore. So I have my alt account and I don't really post much on it. Don't comment much on it. But Poppy tweets so much about all of this shit. It like dominates my feed, dude. It's unreal. Have I filed a ban appeal on Twitter yet? Yes, at least 5 times. It's always instantly no. I have not gotten a human to look at my unban requests at all.
Violations. It's all in the lead up. It's all in the document. I saw all of this stuff play out in real time. And that's why I know that the way it's depicted in this document is misleading. And again, I wouldn't push this if I didn't believe strongly that this is wrong. Okay, this is just wrong. And yeah, I've talked for 7 minutes of preamble. This will be multiple parts. But the accusations are twofold. There was, for people who don't know, Poppy and Xena are Polly.
1 second.
Melina, the writer of the document.
Hey, dumb fuck. No. 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 Go. Sorry, my cat likes to eat plastic. No. My cat likes to eat plastic, and I do not have the money to send him to the vet again. So you're not eating any more plastic. You're sitting in my lap, and I'm just going to hold you.
Is an ex of Poppy's. There's another person, who was another ex of Poppy's, and that was the consent, everything like that. Long story short, there was a sexual encounter on December 22nd, 23rd of 2023, where it was between Poppy and No. And, it's a she said about what happened. Both sides are accusing the other of abusive behavior. To be clear, because one of the charges...
But only one side has produced receipts, right? And so when two sides accuse each other of the same thing, but only one side has evidence for that thing, people are probably more inclined to believe the people that release the evidence, the receipts, the proof of their claims. Yeah? Okay, buddy, if you want to be on the desk, you can be on the desk, but you can't eat any plastic. Okay?
Charges is that Poppy is abusing No by falsely accusing her of rape. Poppy was very clear. I saw this tweet that she's not saying it's criminal. She's saying it's sexual assault by deception. And I really think, and this is what frustrates me so much, is that people are getting hung up on the word rape instead of looking at what happened.
Stop.
And the actual events that, I don't want to get too much into the gory details of that because, I put the unedited interview up on It's Not Therapy. I'll link to it if people...
1 second. My cat is actually a demon, and he's going downstairs because he's trying to eat every piece of plastic in the room. Go. Downstairs. Downstairs. Go. 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 Sorry.
People want to hear that, but I want to focus on this document and why it's for the remaining... The actual events that, I don't want to get too much into the gory details of that because, I put the unedited interview up on It's Not Therapy. I'll link to it if people want to hear that, but I want to focus on this document and why it's for the remaining time I have right now. And I'm going to start with the actual...
Poppy filed a police report? When did that happen? Why has that not been referenced in anything that I've heard thus far? Send me that police report.
The actual accusation, the actual claims, before we get to any so-called evidence. Here we go. This isn't polyamory, it's poppy-amory. Okay. A cute play on words about a particular type of non-monogamy. I am not polyamorous. It is above my skill level. Even I see this as...
Admits to having a skill issue.
A form of slut-shaming, right? Polyamory is not just...
Wait, excuse me, what?
Type of non-monogamy. I am not polyamorous. It is above my skill level. Even I see this as a form of shaming, right? Polyamory is not just sleeping with whoever you want. Polyamory...
I'm sorry. Hold on. Someone, please. Wait, hold on. I can actually pull up. I can pull up the first document from DMs with this person. Control F, poly. So there's like literally no mention open. No, not open relationships. Do we have literally any negative statements in this entire document, which I read the entire thing of on stream? Do we have any statements whatsoever saying that polyamory is bad? No. Far be it from me to sing the praises of polyamory. I'm not polyamorous, nor would I ever be. And I also think that too many people think that they're polyamorous when they're not. Okay? Like, there are some people that can suck tons of people and not be affected by it. I don't think most people are like that. There are some. And if you are polyamorous, that's fine. I don't give a. I think that the only problem with the current obsession with poly relationships is that way more people are thinking that they can do that than they actually can, and they're just putting themselves in a position to get hurt. But that's my opinion on polyamorous relationships. Is there literally a goddamn thing? There's no shaming in here. There's shaming of gooning. Poppy's gooning personality it's just like the physical embodiment of goon. That is who Poppy is. That's the only thing that's getting shamed. It's not the sex. It's the constant need for sex.
Marie, every polycule.
Here's Poppy admitting to filing a police report. I find this highly egregious because we have in no way. When was this posted? January 26th. Okay. The police report I filed isn't going to go anywhere. I did it for my peace of mind, not criminal prosecution. You did it for criminal prosecution. You don't file a police report so that you can have a piece, like you're achieving nirvana by filing a police report. I'm sorry. No. In the off chance that they could do something about it, you wanted them to do something about it. That is the stupidest thing. Also, speaking of drama sidebars, sidebar real quick. Let's look up Poppy and Xena. Nope. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, this is so bad. How far down? Oh my God, look how far you have to scroll down to find a single one of their videos or their channel. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh wait, well, hold on. We won't count these. This one, these shouldn't count because these have nothing to do with them. Okay, start back over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th down. Dude, their SEO is their search engine optimization is absolutely dog. That's brutal. I don't even remember why the I was coming to their channel. Oh yeah, I wanted to see. I just wanted to look up what if I look up police. Okay, police brutality. Not a big fan of police on that one. Let's see what they have to say about police in this one. Pause. Show transcript. Control F. Cops. Let's go back a little bit for here. Let's go back about a minute for some context.
These people don't care about pedophilia. They care about using the most spicy claim possible to hurt trans people. And it's the same claim that they had against gay people, that we're perverts, that we're degenerates, that we're going to ruin the family. None of that shit has happened. Not a goddamn bit of it. Yeah, this does read like QAnon, Mordecai. I guess my concern is I just don't know whether they actually took responsibility. But I don't know if this is actually mentioned in any way with all of these sites, right? The cops here fighting against protesters. Let's keep going.
Lois Beckett, a reporter for The Guardian.
Police. I don't know which side that they were fighting against. That's the video she's watching. Video. Okay.
That's Bob. Let's go.
Oh, she was reading an article.
Video posted on Twitter shows officers in
No.
riot gear hitting
No. Play.
protesters with batons and firing beanbag rounds and other projectiles. At one point, a woman was hit in the abdomen, causing her to fall.
God, this is such a bad thing to do on stream. I tried it like 2 or 3 times to listen to an article like this because I was playing a game and I didn't want to stop playing the game to read the article. But you're like actively looking at this screen and your chat. That's it. Why the are you having it read out loud? You could just read it out loud yourself instead of having this dumb robot voice read it out for you.
Fall to the ground. Several dozen people were arrested for ignoring orders to disperse, and police found stun guns, knives, and pepper spray discarded on the street. Police later said. Aguilar didn't have an immediate arrest count because authorities were still processing the people who were arrested and screening to see if anyone
like just imagine listening to this is at 2 times speed. Imagine listening to this at normal speed.
needed medical treatment. She said no officer was injured and no protester was transported to hospitals.
So what this sounds like is one of the police decided to open fire because you know how trigger happy these are, and Apparently, there were people with tons of lift weapons there, stun guns, knife, pepper spray. Again, Moth, you're right. Are the cis okay? In this case, probably not. If you're really that upset about seeing a dick, like, calm yourself. Jesus Christ, it's not that deep. Dicks aren't that impressive. I mean, like, they can be, I suppose, in the right context.
Okay, so not like particularly happy about cops, and yet there's putting in police reports on a fake rape so that they could try and get back at the person that had the gall to break up with them? Or at least get one of the good AI ones. Like, I mean, fair, but still, just read it yourself. Make some content.
Or, you know, groups of partners who have partners has its own rules and its own boundaries, and it is not abusive to set boundaries. If the other partner doesn't like it, everybody have the right to go, I don't agree to this, and walk. But it is not some violation. It is not abusive to set boundaries. Again, Poppy has BPD, I think ADHD. There is some dissociative stuff going on. She cannot just switch that off because it's inconvenient.
But you can control it, and it doesn't give you any excuse for shitty behavior. Nah, she can KHSIA video. I don't know what the that means. Sorry.
To somebody, and anybody who her responsibility is to disclose she has the condition, to get therapy for the condition, and to be as responsible as she possibly can regarding.
Oh, hold on. Nope, I totally do get it. True.
the condition. Xena, her fiance, has PMDD, premenstrual.
Wait, hold on. No, I disavow that. Please chill. Okay. Yes, I get it. I got it immediately after I said it. I shouldn't have said true. We don't condone that sort of thing, okay? Only I can tell people to rope, okay? Because I know when it's appropriate. You people don't, okay? Only I can assume that risk and responsibility.
Dysphoria disorder or something like that. That's also, they both warned me about things themselves, which...
Wait, also, doesn't the no person, there's got to be a better name than No. I'm still calling her Noe, okay? Noe is a better name, and just saying no feels wrong, so I'm saying Noe. If that makes me a bad person, then I will commit Sudoku, okay? But doesn't the Noe person also have like multiple like mental disabilities or illnesses or something like that? Why are we only talking about theirs? Sondsol isn't the hero we asked for, but he's the hero we deserve. Yes, the Anne hero we deserve.
Somebody who has multiple disabilities. For people who don't know me, I have an autoimmune condition. I was diagnosed with PTSD in 2013 associated with this stalker that Melina has now riled up and is spreading the about. So
once again, I am asking for the lore on Stalker Chan. That sounds super fun.
You know, I know what it's like to people just go, and the stalker is accusing me of abuse because I talk about being stalked. So obviously I take this shit pretty personally, but
yeah, BPD for Poppy, DID for Poppy, but no BPD for Spawn, no DID for Spawn. Spawn has not earned those labels. Spawn has to abuse at least 3 Discord kittens before Spawn can call themselves DID or BPD. All right?
Let's get back to it. So, proof of Xena and Poppy's.
Yes, also tomorrow, because I'm not going to have time today, because I'm already, like, technically I should end in 15 minutes. I'm just going to go over. I'm going to finish this video today. But tomorrow we're going to watch the Noe Flake video. She went on some dude's channel. I don't remember what his name is. He has a bag over his head. He interviews her. He has a very good radio voice. And Noe says some shit about what happened in that hotel room with Poppy, and it is buck wild, okay? It is buck wild, so definitely come in tomorrow to watch that with me, okay? I pre-watched it. Sorry, curiosity got the better of me. We're going to have some words about that one, okay?
His emotional abuse of Snowflake leading up to the trip. And
Nair, DM those to me. I'm not going to have time to look at it right now.
Even after she expressed not being interested in continuing the relationship, this is how they practice consent in private. You will see Poppy Amory 1, what PZ are hiding about their visit to Snowflake.
I appreciate that, Ozzy.
A large portion of this document is tweets. There is no attempt to hide anything in tweets.
If the tweet is a lie, yes, there are tweets here. But the tweets that I would say that people are saying she's trying to hide something, I'm pretty sure they're like way down on the bottom. No, wait, no, they're not. They're like dispersed throughout. Oh God. Wait, where'd it go? 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 The selfie, the dead-eyed, soulless selfie. Oh no, it's gone forever. Never mind. Oh, what a shame. I saw it flash by. Soulless, dead-eyed look. Do you still want me? Do you still, oh wait, there was. This is after their big fight, right? Yeah. I love you. I missed you. Leans into you. I really can't wait to see you, even after all this. I just want to see your face. I just want to see your face. That's all I want. Okay. I have to make use of the soundboard when I remember I have it, okay? Okay, scroll up. Where the fuck are the tweets? God, I wish that there was a better way that they could have formatted this. Yeah. These tweets, these aren't trying to hide anything, except for the fact that you went apeshit on someone for literally no goddamn reason. The tweets at the bottom, God, there's so many screen caps. Me. These right here, my friends, these right here, these are trying to hide something. Oh wait, this one isn't the tweet. These are the tweets. Where they start like accusing Noe of raping. Yeah, you're trying to hide your behavior. When you start tweeting about the other person being a rapist after, like, arguably you pressured them into the sexual encounter, I'm sorry. You accusing Noe of doing the Darvo, you accusing Noe of doing the rape, that's trying to hide your behavior. Jesus Christ, bro. Oh my God. Alleged predator.
Reality of a third.
Wait, the NFL draft is still... Oh, I was about to say, hold on. The season doesn't start for a long time. But I was thinking of fantasy football draft. I don't care about college football. That shit.
Party having access to personal logs. First of all of this relationship before December 22nd was strictly online. It's a very high bar to... Poppy is in her 40s, Noah's in her 30s. It is a very high bar to prove that somebody managed to coerce a 30-some-odd-year-old woman to leave her home and go to a hotel, even though she didn't want to. That
is super true. Let's be ultra fair. It is very hard to prove that a 30-year-old woman was able to be coerced into going to a hotel room. However, I think they might have enough evidence. I think they might have, it's not just that they have all these chat logs. It's also the contents of the logs. And you know what else? It's the 10v1, dog pile from the many personalities of Lady Diabolique on one hand, and then the calm, collected, like Machiavellian, I'm going to get my fiance laid if it's the last thing I do before my headaches kill me. Calm and collected, weird shit that Xena did here. Yeah, I think that they have enough evidence here to prove that there was some emotional railroading going on. Is that a news channel intro? No, it's the NFL, whatever the Oops. Does it still work? Yes, it does.
there has to be unequivocal proof of that. There is some personal responsibility. There is no indication anywhere that No has any diagnoses. They say all the time, she's not in therapy, she's not in therapy. They keep saying, you need to see a therapist because being with somebody with BPD is hard. So we can't give benefit of the doubt on No's.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. This must just be going too fast. There's no way. Sorry, that was too. There's no way that was just said.
Of that. There is some personal responsibility. There is no indication anywhere that No has any diagnoses. They say all the time, she's not in therapy, she's not in therapy.
Sorry, that's not even what I thought was super. Has this woman seen? Sorry, I'm trying not to call her a, because I call everyone a, I call everyone a, I call everyone a. All right, because I genuinely, I might reach out to this person or someone else that is a Poppy defender, and I just, not even to attack. I don't want to like have every single receipt in front of me. I want to just like delve into the mind of a Poppy defender here. But like, first off, you're saying we don't even know if this No person has a real diagnosis. We don't think, like, she probably doesn't have a mental illness. Has Poppy sent you her formal diagnosis of DID? Has Poppy sent you her formal diagnosis of BPD? Has Xena sent you her formal diagnosis of headaches? Why are we so happy to immediately assume that these people are telling the truth? Well, it's because they went on her podcast, I guess, right? That must be it. Like, that's just so stupid. But the other thing, let's get to the thing. It can't be
saying,
real.
You need to see a therapist because being with somebody with BPD is hard. So we can't give benefit of the.
No, wait, it was real. It was said. Once more in normal speed. Once more.
All the time, she's not in therapy. She's not in therapy. They keep saying, you need to see a therapist because being with somebody with BPD is hard. So there.
Why doesn't the person with BPD go to therapy to try and self-improve and try to reduce how their symptoms present? It is not the person. Oh, you know what I just noticed? Look at that. There's a cat right there. The one highlight of this entire video is realizing that there's just a sleepy cat in the background. It's not on the person in the relationship with the BPD person to go to therapy to learn how to deal with the like deranged actions of the BPD person. It is the onus is on the BPD person to go to therapy so that they don't act crazy around everyone that they know and love and drive away all of their close connections. Now, it might require both people going to therapy, but it isn't, oh, your girlfriend has BPD? How's therapy going for you? That is just the most unbelievably wild statement I've ever heard in my life.
We can't give benefit of the doubt on No's position here. There's no diagnosis. And this is why it's very.
But man, I wish that I just had an open line to these people. I wish I could just message the Noe Flake person and say, hey, have you ever been formally diagnosed with BPD or DID or ADHD or PMDD? I don't know what the other one is. I don't know what PMDD is. But like, if she says that she's been formally diagnosed, does that like completely destroy your entire like view of the situation? Because I don't think it would.
Very important to get a diagnosis. You can't self-diagnose. Your girlfriend, Poppy, is a therapist, can't diagnose
okay,
you.
base.
And one of the things they've accused her of is using therapeutic whatever. You can't treat your partner. You can't treat your partner. You can't treat your partner. That's just.
Okay, wow. I do feel like I'm having a stroke, guys. I'm not going to lie. I have to slow it down because that feels like that was three completely non sequitur trains of thought that bled into each other but never resolved.
Keep saying you need to see a therapist because being with somebody with BPD is hard. So
you need to see a therapist because being with someone that has BPD is hard.
We can't give benefit of the doubt on No's position here. There's no diagnosis.
Okay, that thought has terminated. Now we're on No having no proven diagnosis.
And this is why it's very, very important to get a diagnosis. You can't self-diagnose. Your girlfriend, Poppy, is a therapist, can't diagnose you. And one of the things they've accused her of is using therapeutic whatever. You can't treat your partner.
Did this woman not say that she had a 6,200 word, like 6,200, or what was it, 6,257 words of notes based off of that document that I was showing a second ago? Are those just notes? Is it a script? Did you not like organize the notes into like a logical pattern so that you could speak in this video in a clear and concise manner? Because I have ADHD. This is ableist towards me. Because I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm obviously not. Because going through each line of, each train of thought here, it never resolves. It never resolves. It never resolves. Yeah. Also, who this said that Poppy was supposed to diagnose? Okay.
You can't treat your partner. You can't treat your partner. That's just, you can't.
Also, isn't this the group that supports self-diagnosis? Well, evidently, this person was like against. This person was on the wrong side of Gamergate. Okay. I mean, depending on your point of view. But this person was supposed to be on the wrong side of Gamergate. So I don't think that they're on the side of self-diagnosis. That's actually a base take. Don't self-diagnose. You can look at symptoms, go to a doctor, get a diagnosis, get some medicine, seek help.
You can't. But the idea that Poppy and Xena are trying to hide anything here, when Poppy puts her life on Twitter, it just...
But Poppy puts her life on Twitter solely through the lens of BPD, DID, ADHD Poppy. Poppy doesn't put her life on Twitter with receipts. Poppy doesn't put her life on Twitter with proof of anything. Poppy is not Poppy is not putting her actual real life on Twitter. Poppy is putting her perception of her life on Twitter.
Seems like a tactic to get people, to me anyway, knowing Melina's done this before, it's just a tactic to get people to read the first page, scroll through all of this, go, oh, this is a lot here, there's just too much.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Tron, did you just send me Chat GPT's summary of the transcript of this video? In the text, the author discusses a Twitter debate between two users regarding a former girlfriend who had been dumped by... Chat GPT is transphobic. The author discusses a Twitter debate between two users regarding a former girlfriend who had been dumped by another man. The user, Molina, made claims about the woman. That were later proven to be false. The author argues that Molina's actions were unacceptable and that the situation is not a good example of healthy relationships. The author mentions some points as they are relevant. No is telling the truth. Molina's actions were manipulative. Molina made false claims about No's behavior and intentions toward them. This did not, ChatGPT did not get this right.
You must be telling the truth somehow.
Wait, hold on. We'll read the rest of them. Molina made false claims about No's behavior and intentions towards them. The situation was harmful to No, and Molina's actions contributed to the problem. Oh shit, 1 second. I gotta answer a phone call. Important phone. Sorry about that. I had to talk to my girlfriend who I have an actual healthy relationship with. Please consider donating. All right. Shill over. God, I hate doing that.
When me reading it, the exact opposite is true in my reading. And I admit I'm a little pissed here because this has been going on for so long. Even I started to doubt Poppy and Xena's version of events. And I feel terrible about that now, having read this document. Because having read this document, I now believe, based on what is in this document, that these 257 pages come down to 3 key points. 3 key points. No lied by her own admission. She lied about the sex. This is what she said after it. Her words, she lied about the sex. She cheated on Poppy's. She said she broke up with a metamor, another partner named Amy.
Wait, hold on. The only thing that I remember No saying in here about, like, in regards to the sex was like, just to, you know, when you're in an argument with someone and you don't want to argue with them anymore, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. You're like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I'm the. Can we cut it there? Placate. Thank you. Like me, that's the only thing that I remember reading from No in this entire. God, I forgot about this sad crying furry in the shower. I forgot about the sad crying furry in the shower. Oh, God. This drama is just, it just keeps on giving and giving. I'm not gonna spend, because again, I don't have very long to stream today. I have a friend that's here from out of town that I haven't seen in like a year and a half. I'd like to see them. So yeah, it just seems like Noah's placating, like, yeah, you win. You win. I don't think that No lied about the sex in order to get sex, because No doesn't. I'm not an expert on asexuality. All right? I'm not an expert on asexuality. However, my understanding of asexuality is you have a very low libido.
Document. Because having read this document, I now believe, based on what is in this document, that these 257 pages come down to 3 key points. 3 key points. No lied, by her own admission. She lied about the sex. This is what she said after it. Her words, she lied about the sex. She cheated on Poppy's. She said she broke up with a metamor, another partner, named Amy. She didn't, in fact...
Poppy's version, this is why, by the way, this woman doesn't seem to understand that the title of this document, it's polyamory, not polyamory. Or this isn't polyamory, this is poppyamory, TM. It's a trademark. Just got to let everyone know that so I don't get sued. The reason they're saying it's poppyamory is because Poppy doesn't want polyamory. Poppy wants a harem. Poppy wants a bunch of Discord kittens to suck and for them to never speak to another man or woman without permission. Poppy doesn't like it when her poly relationship involves other people. That's why it's poppyamory. It's not cheating.
It seems break up with Amy, or she rekindled the relationship with Amy and then flirted with Amy on
I don't even know who any of these people are. Count yourself blessed.
Twitter. Poppy saw it. Now, just because you're polyamorous doesn't mean cheating's not possible. That's cheating. That is, they had
That's technically true. Also, cheating isn't sexual assault. You know what? I didn't used to think that cheating was sexual assault, but then I read this dog shit document, and now I realize that unless Poppy approves of the sexual, the sexual relationship or emotional relationship, it is sexual assault. Poppy was raped because her polyamorous partner, what do you call them? Girlfriends? I don't know. Her polyamorous girlfriend also had a polyamorous girlfriend. And that's rape, if you ask me, personally, in my onion.
Agreement. There was an understanding she was not seeing this person anymore for various reasons I don't know if I'll time to get into. But the point is, Poppy thought they were done.
The full reason is Poppy doesn't like to hear other people in her sexual orbit talk about people that they enjoy spending time around.
And then they weren't done. And the big breakup where, No said she wanted to end the relationship. It came
God,
because
this
Poppy
gotta
caught her cheating.
speed up. Oh my God, this
That's
is 2 times?
Two. It is very clear, by No's own words, I believe it's on page 96 of this held up Tolstoy-worthy epic novel, that she said if she went through with the trip and then dumped Poppy, it would make things so much worse. She said this in a conversation to Xena before anybody talked about going on the trip. And there.
Okay, well, hold on. We have receipts. It is not on page 96 of this because this is to Lady Diabolique. Is it because I'm zoomed in? Yes. Maybe they have it at 110. Let's see. No. Okay,
It would make things so much worse. She said this in a conversation to Xena before.
Oh, it would make things worse. Let's look for that. How's anyone even ever remotely? What if it happens for nothing? I'm just terrified. I don't think this trip will change anything for me. If I get this, it will only make it worse. It's page 84. You dumb. You harlot. If I give this trip a chance and it changes nothing for me, that will only make it worse. What am I even arguing with here? Nothing can get worse from here. Xena did not know at the time. But it did only get worse from there. I mean, if I give her hope from this trip and nothing changes, how can that not make it worse? Hey, you know what? That's a fair thing to say. What is her reading of that?
That's one. Two, it is very clear, by No's own words, I believe it's on page 96 of this held up Tolstoy-worthy epic novel, that she said if she went through with the trip and then dumped Poppy, it would make things so much worse. She said this in a conversation to Xena before anybody talked about going on the trip, and there was no talk of sex at that time. Just if she went through with it. And
bro, we read some messages where they were definitely talking about, and no, he was not into it. Was worried that they were not going to be able to feel up to sex because they're asexual, meaning they don't like to have sex. And I'm pretty sure, goddamn, I wish that like these weren't all screenshots so that we could control F. But like, if someone has like a page number at the same zoom in ratio that I'm at, please let me know. But like, they definitely talked about, because that's all Poppy ever thinks about.
she still didn't want to be together, it would make things so much worse. She knew.
And then what did Xena say to that? How can that not make things worse? There's a lot of emotional prep work that was done for this. Our therapist did her therapy magic, and the girls and I have been preparing for this too, like extensively. This is assuaging the fears of Noe so that she would agree.
Anybody talked about going on the trip, and there was no talk of sex at that time. Just if she went through with it, and she still didn't want to be together, it would make things so much worse. She knew. That is in there in Noe and Melina's version of events. It is right there.
She didn't want to do it. Xena came in from the top rope after Noe's already beaten down, broken, bleeding, crying. There on the floor with her tater hole tore. And then Xena comes from the top rope and starts saying that everything's going to be fine. We can try. Not convinced, but we can try. How does this woman read this like this? I have to assume that the only way that someone can read it this way, Poppy and Xena have some crazy dirt on this woman. That's the only thing I can think. And so this woman has to sweep for them. Right? Is there any other way to read this?
I quote,
we got to get through the video.
Goes, and it doesn't change, it would make things
so
so much worse.
2x speed.
She knew what the stakes were. She knew what was likely to happen because she is dealing with someone with borderline personality disorder. A marker of borderline personality disorder is an intense fear of abandonment. They are still trying to claim that Poppy coerced Noe.
And whose responsibility is it to deal with those emotions? Is it the people subjected to the reactions of the BPD person, or is it on the BPD person to control their actions and to control their emotions through tools like therapy?
Into this hotel room.
Oh yeah, also, yeah, you're totally right. Sashi's coming in from the top rope. Xena slams down on Noe. But who is that? What? A new challenger appears from the top rope, and it's Sashi, pointing out that Xena doesn't have BPD, so they have no excuse for this. Yeah, this is just a long con to make me say slurs. True.
When Noe was the one dangling a breakup in front of a person with BPD. And the thing about the logs, they try to make it clear that she said, it's not gonna work.
No, there was no dangling. It was a pitch, okay? It wasn't holding it over their head. It wasn't dangling it in front of them. It was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball straight to the... Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? That might be construed as transphobic. I'm not trying to do that. Also, Poppy doesn't even have a... So...
Work, it's over. Yes, she did say that. But then she sent mixed messages. She went to Poppy's partner, Xena. Xena and Noe are not involved. That, to me, that's a woo. that's a red flag. You're mad at one, you go to the other. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. It's hurting her too much. That was the approach.
Wait, I'm actually super curious. Who initiated the first contact between? Okay, so we have. Okay, this is the weird shit. Okay, scroll down. Let's see. Wait until we see Xena's profile picture. Okay. Oh, okay. So Noe did message Xena. I don't know what Noe and Xena's relationship was like before this. I don't think they were like as involved as Poppy and Noe. I don't know if they're friends or not at that point.
What you did with Xena, and when someone does that, it doesn't seem like they really want to break up. It sounds.
Oh, Noe had blocked Poppy. That's why Xena messaged her. I'm not lying. And I mean this in the most genuine way. And you guys can clip this and you guys can ship this. I know I'm a little bit aggressive on stream. All right. I can be a little bit memey. I want to message this person and I want to have a conversation with them. No shenanigans, no smoke and mirrors, no sleight of hand. I am just so unbelievably curious what the response would be to my reading of the same exact words that this woman is reading. How can there be such a divergence in that perception? Does this person have a Twitter? They do have a Twitter. Do they have open DMs? They do not have open DMs. Maybe I'll shoot an email for the first time in my life.
It's like they're buckling under the responsibility. I can understand why Xena did not take that as a sincere, I'm out, I'm done. I can't, I'm hurting too much, it's hurting too much. That's when she said, if I go and do this, it'll be so much worse. And Xena at the time said multiple times, it's totally up to you. You don't have to do this. I think.
No, if Xena wanted to say, it's up to you, I want to do this, but it is up to you. If you don't think that you can do it, then we'll cancel the trip. If that's what Xena said, that would be the most mature thing that anyone has done in this entire situation. Actually, you know what? Noe actually was not all that bad, but it would be the most mature thing that anyone in any of the documents has done the entire time to just say, listen, if you're not comfortable doing this, then we don't have to do it. I would like to see you. I would like to hang out with you. So would Poppy. If you think that you can, we can. But if you're at the point where you can't, then nothing held against you. Obviously, this was not something that was going to work out. You know, that would be, but that's not what happened. Every single message from Xena is roping her back in, railroading her back in. How do you read it that way?
We can make it work. Now, Xena was clearly operating under the understanding in these logs that didn't want to break up. She felt like she had to because in her words, she was everything up. She always everything up. Xena was trying to reassure her that no, it's not ruined. It can still be fixed. But she said,
wait, it can still be fixed. So you're saying that Xena was roping her back in? Xena was acting as the Riz master, the carpenter that's going to come in and plug all the holes in the relationship. Come on. Notice how Xena is cool traveling on a plane and staying in a random hotel, but wouldn't take Spawn to the pharmacy because it might trigger a migraine. I didn't think about that. Jesus.
Two things there. One, if you absolutely hate this, it's up to you. Xena was going, look, if you want to break up, I got this, okay? It's good. If you're done, you're done. She said it.
If that was how it was,
she told no
then
multiple
sure.
times, you don't have to respond to the things Poppy sends you. Because Poppy's
maybe it's the Gunnar glasses right here. Maybe it's the yellow tint that's making, I've never worn the blue light blocking glasses and tried to read. So maybe that just distorts, or maybe I'm being ableist. Maybe she has dyslexia. I don't know how to read it this way.
Right now, right? While this is all going on. And Xena is saying, you don't have to respond.
No, wait, hold on.
Because Poppy's in full-blown BPD abandonment mode right now, right? While this is all going on. And Xena is saying, you don't have to respond. You certainly don't have to respond right away. So Noah's given tools how to get a better outcome here. And she ignored the advice from Poppy's fiance, who, is probably a pretty good authority of how to deal with Poppy when she goes full-blown BPD. Now, when someone's saying, okay, this is a BPD thing, this is what you do, and you go and do the opposite, you go and do the thing that you have said if you do it, it will make things so much worse. That's cut and dry abuse. And I'm sure there was no intention to be abusive. This reads to me as a bunch of
Sorry.
And you go and do.
I was lost in thought about something in the background. Sorry. The background is super distracting. All right. And as someone that has a neurodivergency, as someone that has ADHD, there's a lot going on in the background. It's making it hard for me to do my active listening. So you guys are going to have to bear with me for a second. Okay. What the did she just say was abusive?
I gotta deal with Poppy when she goes full-blown BPD. Now, when someone's saying, okay, this is a BPD thing, this is what you do, and you go and do the opposite, you go and do the thing that you have said if you do it, it will make things so much worse, that's cut and dry abuse. And
but no. Noe was convinced. Noe was convinced to do it. I believe in you. I really do. Breaking up with someone is not abuse. Listen, breaking up with me is abuse. Everyone else, obviously, it's not abuse. But if you break up with me, it's abuse.
I'm sure there was no intention to be abusive. This reads to me as a bunch of people who are very caught up in the moment and putting feelings over sense.
Again, like I said in the first reading of this document, or I'm sorry, the first video when we read this document, I haven't read it multiple times. That, geez, I lost my entire train of thought. What?
And do the thing that you have said if you do it, it will make things so much worse. That's cut and dry abuse. And I'm sure there was no intention to be abusive.
Oh no, it's lost. Wait, what did she say?
This is what you do, and you go and do the opposite. You go and do the thing that you have said.
Yeah,
if
I
you
lost
do
my train
it,
of thought.
it will
Sorry,
make things
guys.
so much worse. That's cut and dry abuse. And I'm sure there was no intention to be abusive. This reads to me as a bunch of people who are very caught up in the moment and putting feelings over sense. But
I don't know. This is something that's hard for me. As someone who's not a healthcare professional, who doesn't know all about mental illnesses, BPD, DID, ADHD. I know a lot about ADHD actually, but like as someone that doesn't know very much about those disorders, doesn't know much about psychology. I know basics, right? I took Psych 101 in college. But holy shit. I'm moving chat way away because it's actually killing my ability to keep a train of thought. This is what actual ADHD is like, okay? ADHD isn't, oh no, I'm just like so like scatterbrained, I can't like not abuse my partners. Oh, I'm so quirky. It's being genuinely frustrated because you want to say something, but then you see Tron messaged in chat again.
thing that you have said if you do it, it will make things so much worse. That's cut and dry abuse. And I'm sure there was no intention to be abusive.
Oh yeah, no intention to be abusive. This is what makes it really hard. I don't know about all this stuff. Like I said, took Psych 101. I know basics about psychology. Some people think that it's like cold, calculated Machiavellian, like goonerism from Poppy. I don't know how much intentionality to apply to them, right? I genuinely don't. Because reading this, the person, it seems like way more calculated, way more up. Well, hold on. In a different way. Like the one that's more calculated and like knows what they're doing, definitely Xena comes off as way more cold, calculated. I'm going to help Poppy do whatever she wants to do, right? For Poppy, dog, I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely cannot tell if there's like intentionality behind the abuse. Even though she has the degree, even though she has the master's in therapy, like it's really hard to apply those things to yourself, right? Yeah, the Ghislaine Maxwell type. Yeah, exactly. Also, what was Noe saying was going to be worse, the relationship or Poppy BPD? The reaction from Poppy was going to be worse, is what she was saying. And both of them are reasonable, in my opinion. Like it would be worse for me to go there and give Poppy false hope because I'm not sure the exact wording, but I do remember like the most pathetic thing. Like right before they met up, like, can we just pretend while we're together that this didn't happen? 1 second. This selfie being sent is just like, God, it's so fun. Just the dead, soulless eyes staring. It's got to be right here. If they said the pathetic thing has got to be right around here. Let me see here. Okay, I'm not okay. Don't care. There was something that was like really pathetic where it's like high school could like, can we just for one day pretend that none of this happened? Pretend like it was before the freak out, before it all went wrong. Can we just pretend that we love each other one more time? Like, it was the most pathetic shit. Like that sort of thing being so juvenile really makes me think that this is not an intentional, like, I want to up Noe, I want to like destroy, I want to like isolate her. I just think that Poppy's mentally ill and can't stop from gooning 24/7.
This reads to me as a bunch of people who are very caught up in the moment and putting feelings over sense. But if you do that, that is abuse. It is. You are taking someone who is past the point of being in control of themselves. You are taking someone who is not capable of consenting. Now, Xena had health problems the night it happened, so she was kind of out of commission, because a lot of you might be going, how did Xena let Poppy go through with this? There were health issues there.
Yeah, I was supposed to go over that today, but I thought this video was way shorter than it was, and I also didn't think that I was going to have to pause it so often.
No new. Let me check the page on this so I am certain, because I know that the people who are ready to pounce on me with hate are going to go, you were wrong. So, oh, it looks like they've shifted.
Also, I don't say any of this with hate. I come with peace and love. Peace and love. I want to talk to this person. I don't want to scare them off by, memeing too hard on them. But it's really hard because we're just reading this in completely different ways. I have no idea how the you can read it this way, but more stuff for me to remove. Hey, listen, I don't think that was TOS, okay? I think that was fine.
I'm getting the, oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to show you guys the moment. Okay, here we go. If I give this trip a chance and it changes nothing for me, that will only make it worse. Xena, what am I even arguing with here? Nothing can get worse from here. I mean, if I give her hope from this trip, and nothing changes, how can they not make it worse? There's a lot of, she goes on, there's a lot of emotional prep work, so. If the trip goes well, cool, we hang out, you hang out as much as you want. No talk of sex here. No talk of sex, okay? They love you, they genuinely want to be happy with you too, yada, yada, yada. I don't say a lot. She says we can try, okay? But she says, if the trip goes well, cool. If it doesn't, you go home and do whatever you want, and we'll just keep hanging at the hotel the rest of the time. I would just rather know that at least we tried. That is not talking about sex. That is talking about hanging out. And No says, we can try.
So Xena didn't say like, oh, listen, if you don't want to, you don't have to. Yeah, it's fine. Listen, it's all chill. No, it's, I do want to try. I've come this far already. I've hopped on board this entire train too. This isn't, oh, well, bygones be bygones. This is, listen, I know this is what you want to do. And if you want to do that, that's cool. But think of where I'm coming from here. Think of where Poppy's coming from here. Think about all the people you'd be disappointing if we didn't at least give it a shot for one weekend. How am I going to be able to look myself in the mirror? Noe, look me in the eyes. I am Xena. How am I going to live with myself if I didn't get to experience sitting in the cuck chair while you and Poppy suck and for hours on end? I won't be able to live with myself, and I know you won't be able to either. Like,
that is not clear that she's breaking up. Xena, okay, it's entirely your choice. I just want to be clear on that. How do you want me to handle things from here? Now, at that point, No could have said no.
Oh, that's a good question. Are the comments of the video buying this? People are getting hung up on the word rape? Yeah, no shit, people are. Rape as the word defines a crime. They isn't rape. If it was, ZMP would have taken this to the police. Poppy's just upset someone broke up with her. Nah, not that one. I don't know if Poppy ever tweeted that it was rape. She did. But they absolutely had an article pinned to their profile that called Noe a rapist, even on the thumbnail for the article. Yes, they're absolutely. No, the comments aren't buying it. Oh man, they're. Oh man, I don't have a sad sound effect. I don't have a sad sound effect for something this rough. These comments are eating her up. That's the closest I have to a sad. That's the closest I have to a sad sound effect. Whoa, that's nut. Whoa, that's nuts. I'm glad I don't have Twitter. True. Sorry, I don't have like the natural flow of using the soundboard yet. You guys are really gonna have to. We're gonna have growing pains with the soundboard. Okay. Eventually it'll be smoother, all right? Eventually I'll be able to actually remember that I have it at not intrusive times.
It's not worth the risk. I think there's a low chance of this working. Just, it's over. I don't know. We can try the trip. I'm really, really tired and worn out. Go sleep. Check in when you're awake again. I'll get us ready here. Where's the coercion? I ask you, where's the coercion there? No shit. Where's the coercion?
It's those messages and then everything before and after it. It's literally the entire document.
That's entirely your choice. How do you want me to handle things? I've got this. I will handle Poppy if you want. Okay? No says we can try. No talk of sex. After that, no saying if the trip itself doesn't work out, then it'll be bad. She knew it was going to be bad. She decided to have sex with somebody with BPD when she was afraid even the hangouts would make things worse. Maybe she thought in some magical world she could go completely against reason and psychology and still get a good result, but...
Hold on. Hold on. Who is the psych master's degree person here? Okay? If Poppy didn't think that there was any danger to herself, okay, aren't there like messages between the two of them where Poppy is like sitting there like, I can't wait till I'm deep inside you, or some like crazy shit like that? Maybe it's on a different document. So much is riding on these trips. What if you hate us? What if body sucks at adult stuff? Poppy, you are 43 years old. Why are you saying body sucks at adult stuff? What if we have a bad sexual experience? What if I come too early? Like, I hate the infantilization. God, it's so cringe. And people can be bad at things. What if Poppy's bad at adult stuff, like really bad at it? Oh, it's because she's pretending to be the 12-year-old or whatever alter. That's what it is. It's the child. Yeah. I figured it out. They're talking about sex right now, right? Holy shit. I have way more confidence at half their age than they do. Yeah, I know.
Logically, she knew that it would destroy Poppy.
Also, like, has anybody commented on the fact that, like, when Poppy's talking to Noe about adult body stuff, that it's the child alter? Why is this the world that we live in?
Before the sex, it was going to be bad. With sex, Poppy talked about in the It's Not Therapy interview that this was the first time she'd had penetrative sex since her gender-affirming surgery, bottom surgery. So she was essentially a virgin. So I don't know. Yes, big passionate moment. I want you. I love you. All that stuff. And the next day, nope, it's not working out.
Sorry, that just rocked my world. What the did this just say? Wait, hold on. Go back to regular speed. That couldn't have been a real statement.
Before the sex, it was gonna be bad. With sex, Poppy talked about in the It's Not Therapy interview that this was the first time she'd had penetrative sex since her gender-affirming surgery, bottom surgery. So she was essentially a virgin.
I'm sorry. I want to tell you guys something. I want to confess something to you guys. There's a lot of things in this world that have left me like searching for words. Like, oh man, I saw, X news event and I thought that was really disgusting, or, oh my God, I can't believe, that this person did this. I actually can't even like describe how disgusting it was. There is such an unbelievable and unique distilled combination of cringe and abuse in this drama, in this whole situation, or all of the situations combined. There's so much cringe and disgusting shit. It actually brain breaks me. What does that mean? She was essentially a virgin. This woman engages in polyamory, like sucking with her Discord kittens on a regular basis, to the point where, like, my headcanon, my theory is that, like, all of the stuff that they try to shit talk their child about is the result of neglect on Poppy's part. You know, all of the weird shit that they tried to smear their child, where they're like flashing people and stuff to get attention, all that attention-seeking behavior probably learned or induced from constantly seeing their sex freak mother constantly strangers, having a revolving door of polyamorous relationships come in and out while never paying attention to the child. So to say that this person, in any sense of the word, is a virgin, except for the fact that they had bottom surgery and now they haven't had penetrative sex there, what does it mean to be a virgin all of a sudden? It just underscores how the concept of virginity is so anyways. I mean, true. Yeah. Like, also, I'm pretty sure, and I'm not going to make any hard statements here, but I would put money, and I would put a good amount of money that I can't afford to put down, but this is how confident I am in this. All right. Just an assumption that at some point in their streaming career, Xena and Poppy have talked about how the concept of virginity is. Because that's just such a big lefty talking point. Essentially a virgin. Sorry, that actually broke me for a second, folks. I'm sorry. We're going to keep on going now, and I'm going to speed it back up because I do not want to hear this woman, mumble through molasses to get her point out. But to me, that actually, I felt like a actual physical sensation in my brain, like contract. It actually shrunk 3 sizes hearing something that.
So I don't know. Yes, big passionate moment. I want you. I love you. All that stuff. And the next day, nope, it's not working out. Anyone in their right minds knows that's going to destroy the person whose virginity you just took. And they are going to feel violated. They are going to feel lied to, because the whole purpose of this trip was to try to salvage the relationship. So Poppy's going in here in must please no, or I'm going to lose her mode. And then the day after the sex, no goes, no, not just I'm breaking up with you. Apparently it was I'm breaking up with you and I'm choosing this other partner of mine instead. Apparently there were 2 people she was possibly going to go live with. So not only did Poppy get dumped, she got dumped in favor of somebody else. That's going to destroy a person with BPD. It just is.
That's. Can you explain to me what an acceptable way to break up with someone with BPD is? Then is it like the slow breakup where you just stop responding to them? Is that better for the BPD? Do you just act super boring until they want to break up with you? Yeah, even if this is true, it's still not sexual assault, and it's also not abuse. It could be shitty, but what is it? Do we not know what does abuse just mean? You've done something shitty?
Justice. But part 3, okay, the third major thing. No did lie about her intentions leading up to the sex. Poppy's consent was given because she was deceived. Therefore, it doesn't matter if Poppy initiated. A lot has been made about Poppy by Poppy's own words. Poppy initiated sex, she's the abuser. It's in the conclusion of the document, okay? Noah Flake is a victim of psychological emotional abuse by 2 people who have a history of inflicting the same onto others, including their own adult child. There's actually no evidence of the adult child stuff in this document. Poppy pressured a dissociated, upset, and vulnerable...
Not in this document.
No, into recanting the breakup, so Poppy could visit and initiate sex with her. As you see, that conversation didn't actually happen between Poppy and No. It happened between Xena and No. So that's wrong. That's just factually false, okay? Noah Flake placated Poppy until it was too much to bear and broke up for the final time, to which Poppy has retaliated by painting her as a rapist. No Flake was promised that she could walk away if it didn't work out. Now she's being defamed, abused even further, not only by Xena people, but the community they've weaponized. Okay. You saw the conditions that No Flake was promised she could walk away. No sex was on the table then. She added a element to things. It was not part of the conversation between her and Xena. It was clearly just hangouts, right? No Flake placated Poppy.
No, someone please tell me how far into this document that I have to go to find... Like, we've seen the thing where they're talking about adult body stuff. I'm almost certain it might be in a different document that there's DMs between Poppy and Noe where they're talking about, like, I want to you multiple times and you're asexual, and that's like a problem because I want to you multiple times all day long. And Noe was like, it'd be nice to just like hang out too. Oh yeah, we can hang out. in between the sessions. Like, sex was definitely discussed. Only on Poppy's part.
Poppy. No flake, placated Poppy. Right here. Okay?
The separate asexual document thing. Oh, one of the ones I didn't read on stream because I couldn't handle reading more abuse stuff.
That's a fancy way of saying No Flake lied. By the words of this document. We see in No Flake's conversations with Xena, she knew the longer she stretched it out, if this trip happened, if she gave Poppy hope, and then it didn't change, it would make it so much worse.
And then, who were the people that were guilting Noe into continuing with the trip? If you don't want to call it manipulating, call it guilting. Again, Poppy asked her to pretend like a high schooler who thinks that they're in a romance movie, thinking that they can win back their significant other by them. Oh, I'll have sex with you, and then we'll have to be together because we've had sex. Like,
so by saying that Poppy is retaliating because borderline person gonna borderline, that is taking no responsibility for this being a predictable outcome. Period. End of story. It is taking.
I feel like every single thing, I could predict if given all of the different components of any part of this drama, right? Because I haven't read all of it. I don't know what happened with Sage. I don't know what happened with any of the other people, right? I know what happened with Noe. I know what happened with Spawn. But I feel like, yes, it is predictable because Poppy is predictable because she's an abuser. And now that I know how her abuse operates, I feel like I could, yes, predictably figure out the outcome of any of these stories because we've seen who Poppy is.
Taking no responsibility for lying. No responsibility for lying leading up to the sex, lying about the sex, and there is, I am going to find it.
This is the type of shit I see from people around my age bracket. Hey, Bones, you know what? You could just, listen, all you got to do if you want to make it big on the internet right now, make a giant document with a bunch of screen caps of Discord or text messages and tweets, and document all of that abuse and then post it on Twitter. Bro, you'll blow up in no time. You'll get, I was about to say something really f***ed up.
The proof that No said I lied about the sex stuff. Okay, that's the last thing I'm going to show because that's something, again, remember.
I'm trying to clean up my image a little bit, guys, okay? Some memes are going to have to stay secret.
This is Melina and No's evidence. Okay, this is not Poppy's side. This is the evidence presented by the people saying Poppy is abusive. So there's a big text dump here. So I'm trying to see it. And it's a little hard to find. Let me look up my notes. There's so much here.
Separate to everything else in the video. This is not a critique of her analysis of the document. This is a critique of her as a content creator. This is a pre-recorded video. Just cut out you looking stuff up or like speed it up by like 10 times so we don't have to sit through it.
I think I've summarized this. Page 222. So it is 12:27, 8:06 a.m. I probably zoomed right past it. This is really easy to lose stuff. Where is it? 10, going backwards. A lot of this stuff never should have seen the light of day. This is just embarrassing for everyone involved. And there we go. Here we go. Okay, right here. I lied about the sex stuff. I'm truly sorry for doing so. You were initiating, and in my mind, I did still have feelings for you. I wanted to make you happy. I'm not blaming you for the record. I genuinely cared and wanted to make you feel amazing during that. The next day, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of, I wanted to make you feel amazing. That is taking this short term, I want to be sex goddess. I want to be desirable, and having that over.
Go back.
That. The next day is for you. I wanted to make you happy. I'm not blaming you.
This one passage, are we going to ignore before and after?
You for the record.
We're going to ignore the context? Bro, I can't.
I genuinely cared and wanted to make you feel amazing during that. The next day, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of, I wanted to make you feel amazing. That is taking this short term, I want to be sex goddess. I want to be desirable, and having that over.
How the f are you reading it that way, dude? Oh, wait, she said 222, right? Maybe I was up too high? No, I wasn't. I'm pretty sure that shouldn't be too hard to find, right? Yeah. Okay, that's not it. Okay, yeah, I don't care. Sorry.
Right. I know this will be bad if I do this and I'm not sure. And the only way you get Poppy abused No, as if when Poppy does not have BPD. No had no idea that.
Oh, I didn't know that someone with BPD couldn't be abusive. I'm pretty sure, like, borderline personality disorder symptoms, extreme behaviors to avoid abandonment, rapidly changing sense of self that can cause sudden changes in goals, values, or behaviors, feeling disconnected from themselves, their body, reality, or having paranoid thoughts. Antisocial behavior, compulsive behavior, hostility, impulsivity, irritability, risk-taking behaviors, self-destructive behavior, self-harm, social isolation, or lack of restraint. Anger, anxiety, general discontent, guilt, loneliness, mood swings, or sadness. These things sound like things that would lead themselves to abusive reactions to things. I just wonder if there's like a... Jesus Christ. Wow, people with BPD generally do very well with medical and cognitive therapy treatment. But don't you know, Poppy said that there's no cure for BPD, which is true, but they do very well if you actually care to do anything about it. Early diagnosis can improve person's long-term quality of life. It can also help the person form stable relationships and help prevent violent disruptions in the life of the individual and his or her peers.
That Poppy was going to react this way had she proceeded the way she did. Neither of this is true, okay? You take a person who is terrified of being abandoned, you deepen the relationship, and then you abandon them maybe 12 hours later? This is why, remember I said off the top, a whole bunch of people are just freaking out over the word rape? Let's take that off the table if you want. That's really shitty behavior. That is irresponsible. That is knowingly pushing a person with a diagnosed mental illness who has been very clear about what that means. Her fiancé has been very clear about what that means. You are pushing her into a crisis, knowingly. And you're upset that she used the word sexual assault. She said another person called it rape.
Yeah, you can't really take it out. Once the rape word has been invoked, it's kind of hard to put that back in the bag, right?
I saw the tweet where Poppy said, I am not saying this is criminal, like legal rape. It is sexual assault by deception. The facts fit that. Placated means lied. I really tried, you were initiating, and in my mind, I
lied because of what? Because of fear of repercussions. Because you're placating them.
did still have feelings for you. Doesn't matter when you dump her the next day. And she pretty much said, oh, I realized my feelings weren't there anymore the next day. Okay, No's feelings matter. Poppy's feelings matter too. And Poppy's feelings just didn't matter to No in that point.
No, Poppy's feelings mattered too much to... Or, I'm sorry. Poppy's feelings mattered too much to No. Because if it was me, right about at page what? At page 45 of 232? Yeah, right here. I just would have sent a noose and blocked. Because their feelings would not matter to me, because obviously I don't matter to them outside of being like a Discord kitten, okay? Like, no, he cared too much about Poppy's feelings. It is insane to say otherwise.
I don't know what really happened there. Apparently there's a lot of begging that No and Melina claimed. She physically restrained No from leaving. No, she was on her knees begging her to stay. Like, this is not a calculation.
Hey, spoiler alert for tomorrow's stream. Make sure you like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell for tomorrow's stream, where we'll be going over Noe explaining what Poppy did to keep her from leaving. And it did involve blocking the door, holding on to her personal items so that she couldn't leave. Yeah. It wasn't just begging on her knees, which in and of itself would be the most buck wild thing for a 43-year-old person to be doing for a 4-month-old relationship. Come on. This video has to end. I gotta go.
Attempt to lure someone in. This is a desperate person trying to save a relationship. Does Poppy need to do things differently going forward? Yeah, absolutely. And we are working on that. But to paint her as an abuser.
We are working on that? What are you doing for them?
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Again, the 3 main points. The only 3 things that matter. Everything else is gloss. No, lied to Poppy and cheated on Poppy with Amy. Now, it might be minor cheating, but it's still cheating. No knew that if she went through with the trip, then dumped Poppy, it would make things so much worse. Her own words, you saw it. and no lied about her feelings and intentions leading up to sex. I don't buy in.
God, this is like kind of, you're clip chimping the victim of abuse to make them out to be, what is the like definition of Darvo? Darvo. Deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender? Oh yeah.
In my mind, I still cared about you. You don't love someone one minute and then not love them again the next day. That is an excuse. If
Well, number one, that's not what happened. If you're going to go by Noe's words on some things, then later on, where's the thing? Okay, we're at some stuff from Noe. I don't have time to sit here and like look for it. Noe said that they were like, they still had feelings for Poppy, but they were done with the relationship. And that's why they had sex.
lied about her feelings and intentions leading up to sex. I don't buy. In my mind, I still cared about you. You don't love someone one minute and then not love them again the next day. That is an excuse. If she's claiming, if Melina is advocating for no and saying she placated Poppy, that means she lied. Meaning Poppy's consent was given because she was deceived. Therefore, it doesn't matter who initiated. It was based on lies. And Poppy, you might not like her word choices, but she's telling the truth by No's own version of events. These chat logs came from No, and Melina claimed in place she has everything. She better delete that because there's non-consensual intimate images being translated there. Get rid of that all. But
that's such a cringe accusation. You're like, you know that you can just delete a message in DMs, right? You can just delete a message in DMs. They could have deleted all of the like nudes and then sent over the correspondence.
Those are the only three things that matter, folks. All the other stuff, all the other high drama, oh, this, that, no, yes, no. It doesn't matter. These are adults, both well into adulthood. Lying matters. Cheating matters. Cheating is abuse.
Does flipping the out on your significant other and then having your like 18 alters come in to dogpile and, you know, gangbang them emotionally until they relent, and then having your real life fiance come in and try and smooth things over and like good cop bad copping them? Well, it's more like, again, 18 good bad cops, one good cop. Like, Jesus Christ, come on.
Lying when sex is on the line is abusive.
None of this is sexual assault still.
Argue either of those points, you're just wrong. No's own words. I lied about the sex stuff. We can nitpick to death how Poppy handled it. I'm not a fan of putting my life on Twitter, but it doesn't change the facts. Style points aside, that's subjective. Objectively, Poppy is telling the truth. She's telling the truth, and Melina's document proves it. Period. End of story. Okay, new people, welcome. Old people, thank you for indulging me. I think you realize now why I would feel very strongly with this. Stalker Chan shit aside, I don't like liars, and I don't like manipulators, and I don't like people dumping things on the internet to embarrass a woman into shutting her up when she's telling the truth. See you next time.
I am so glad that video's over. Okay, 1 second. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick preview before we're done here of what we're doing tomorrow. Okay, his name is Victor Burns. I subscribed to him, so it was high up in my subscriptions here. This guy right here had Noe on yesterday. And tomorrow, we're going to watch this interview. I watched it. I had to. Curiosity got the better of me. Sorry for not blind reacting, but that's what you're getting, okay? This shit's wild. It just shows how like chill Noe is compared to Poppy. More drama? Yeah, until like politics picks back up, yeah. But that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. We'll look at this one shark meme super quick. But yeah, really quick, if you guys want to watch me talk about drama stuff, please subscribe. We're workshopping the balance of how much drama that I can handle covering versus what I actually want to cover. So subscribe, and you guys can see that that calculation come out in real time. Okay. Let's see. Shark. What did he say? Fixed it for you. Oh, this person. I remember this person. What was the original picture? Fixed it for you. Okay? If you actually believe this, the only option you have left is just to kill yourself. God. Oh, that's so based. We'll all suffer until the sun explodes. Are you just waiting for Silk Song to drop her? Wait, I don't know what that is. But that is so based, dude. Okay. Hey, listen. This has been fun. But I did say this is going to be a short stream relative to what my normal streams are. I love you guys very, 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 very much. Yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube or follow me on Kick. And, we have the memberships on YouTube. We have the subscriptions on Kick. If you guys want to, throw a couple of bucks my way, there are some nice little treats for you. Different emotes and different AI things that the editor can do for you. All right. I'm really bad at promoing. I love you guys very much.